What's good, y'all? Anubis Black here, back for more Nicktoons games discussions as we continue forward with my latest series of videos. And for this particular episode, our titular character from whom the game is based around started off in an unconventional way. You see, unlike pretty much all the other flagship Nicktoons protagonists, Tak started off solely as an early 2000s game franchise that would eventually spawn a very short-lived cartoon show, which, as you all know, is the exact opposite of the formula that you normally come to expect. And mind you, there are a few exceptions like Jimmy Neutron and Barnyard having started out as movies that would eventually become TV shows as well, but I rest my case. Let's just take a brief look into this title to see what it brings to the table. So, Tak and the Power of Juju on GBA is meant to embody the general structure and mechanics of its console counterpart in its own special way. The game released alongside the PS2 and was developed by Helix, whom some of you are already familiar with since they also developed Jet Fusion and Breaking the Rules. And in a similar fashion to those games, Tak and the Power of Juju is also a 2D action platformer that follows a typical coming-of-age hero story where Tak has to step up to the challenge and save his village from an evil witch doctor named Treylock with the assistance of his Juju teacher, Jabolba. It seems that all the people of the Pupu Nunu village have been transformed into sheep by Treylock, and they will serve as one of the main collectibles throughout the story, with the amount that you've got being tallied up by the end of each level. Aside from those, you can pick up purple orbs for mana and extra lives, as well as orange and gold feathers to replenish your health. Despite the fact that this game is another platformer, it definitely stands out from the rest with its unique soundtrack and surprising amount of extra gimmicks to add some flavor to the regular gameplay. During combat, most enemies can be dealt with by shooting blow darts at them or provoking other obstacles to attack on your behalf. There is also the Spirit Rattle, which allows you to attack at a short melee range, and then eventually it gets upgraded with a very useful Magic Blast move towards the end of the game. And sometimes you can ride on the back of a rhino to mow down enemies for you, or send a ram to knock down some rocks that are blocking your path. And occasionally you will be granted the power of these special costumes, like a chicken that allows you to fly and lay eggs, or turn yourself into a fish so you can swim underwater for an extended period of time. And like I said, even though not all of these mechanics are a complete knockout of the park, they do still add something else to give the game a little bit more variety. I will say that each of the boss battles in the game are pretty damn easy and mechanically interesting to get through. I never really felt like the game was super difficult at any point, nor did the levels drag on for too long. At least not until you get to the final area. And thankfully, I can also say that this game does not have a freaking password system. But yeah, having said all of that, I think Helix did a pretty good job of adapting this property to the handheld screen. Overall, it's a solid title for everything it's worth. Unfortunately, I can't really say the same for its sequels, and don't get me wrong, Tak 2 Staff of Dreams looks and plays well enough, but I just found myself getting really bored with it very quickly. Also, don't even get me freaking started with the Great Juju Challenge on GBA. That game was so god-awful for the 10 minutes of it that I actually played, so it's really not even worth discussing any further. Anyway, Next week, I will be talking about the first two Rugrats games on PlayStation 1, Search for Reptar, and its sequel, Studio Tour. So, if that piques your interest in any way, stay tuned to the channel for more game review content like this. Thanks for watching as always, have a good one, and I'll see you cool cats again in the next video. Alright, bye bye.